I used every cheese Tillamook, all of them major name brands, till I found this cheese. There's just something about this cheese, which will remain nameless. It's the perfect cheddar cheese. And that's all I'm going to say about that. I need you to
Open the pit.
open the doors.
Open the hatch.
Since we're so early, they don't need to be on as long. Or they need to be on a little longer. You know, we fight and bicker just like any married couple. That's true. But we make a great team. Always have. And getting to spend the day with your best friend, I mean, how can you go wrong? He's my anchor. Keeps me grounded. Oh yeah. That is money.
Barbecue is unique. Off the top of my head, I can't think of another food that is quite so divisive. You've got the Carolina people, the Tennessee people, the Kansas people, and then the Texas people, and Texas can't even agree within their own state. Texas has got like 4 kinds, and they also, some of them want to secede from the union, but if they can't come together on meat, then I don't like their chances. But it's also unique because there's a suffering component to it, an element of sacrifice. You can make barbecue quickly, but for really good barbecue, there aren't any shortcuts. You've got to get up early to start the fire, or wake up in the middle of the night just to keep it going, or never go to sleep at night at all. It's a little bit like raising a child, except it smells quite a bit better. Nobody wants to get up in the middle of the night to put their kid back to sleep, but you do it, partly because you have to, and partly because you love it. And that's another thing that makes barbecue in particular unique from other foods, is that it always seems to come with a good story.
Me and my husband were both born and raised right here in Tri-Cities. And then what was it, 2014, I suffered a back injury on the job. So that took me out of my career, out of pretty much every career I've done. I had to have back surgery, rehab, all the stuff that comes with a major back injury. And my husband and I were talking, you know, we'd like to do something where we could work together again, because we were driving trucks together at that time. He was watching TV and he seen this thing about this biscuit. And we were like, there's nobody in Tri-Cities that has a exceptional biscuit. And then we're like, okay, well, this is something. So he started making biscuits. And oh my God, he made a lot of biscuits. And he tried every flour from one side of the coast to the other until we finally landed on one that made the most pillowy, soft biscuit you can imagine. So my husband had a really good friend, and his father used to have CD's Texas Style Barbecue. And so he used to help his friend all the time.
Barbecue.
Yeah, CD's Barbecue. He used to help that friend of his at the fair all the time. He learned how to cook on the pit through this friend. And all these years later, we're sitting there going, what else can we do? And my husband has a passion for cooking on that pit. And little did I know at the time that I would develop a huge passion for cooking on that pit. We started with the barbecue. I started getting really good at it. After I don't know how much time, we finally won some awards. A lot of people were nominated that weren't in Kennewick. I mean, we beat all of them and took platinum. And then in the food trucks, best food truck in Kennewick, there was several that weren't in Kennewick, again, nominated, which is fine. And we took second, took gold. We're really proud of that. We work hard for that.
They've got a 4.8 on Facebook, so that's pretty good. Braylon says, amazing gravy and even better biscuits and outstanding service. I'll be back again. And shotindabeard.com, I like that guy. He's a friend of mine. You should check him out if you haven't. He says, great food, great people. The value is there. On the other hand, Junior says, food was hot garbage. For the price, next time I'll just eat my shoe. Junior, that's going to end up being even more expensive because you already bought the shoes, and then if you eat them, you're going to have to buy new shoes. Just don't eat your shoes. Tasha says, don't recommend, but she also also recommended it, so I don't know what's going on. Everybody likes it except a couple people, and then one guy is gonna eat his shoes. So this is interesting. She gave me like the smallest amount of barbecue sauce I think that I've ever seen in my life. She told me that good barbecue doesn't need sauce. So she's confident. So this is their brisket macaroni and cheese. It's pretty simple and straightforward, but I honestly wouldn't expect anything different. In a way, I guess it sums them up better than any other thing that I could think of. It's Charlotte and Kelly just in a bowl, and now I'm gonna eat them. By itself, the macaroni and cheese is honestly one of the best that I've ever had in my life, but with a brisket like this that I know was made the right way by people who care about what they're doing, this is phenomenal. She did tell me that there is a secret cheese in the macaroni and cheese, and she would not tell me what it was. So despite the fact that they're so straightforward and honest, we know that they do have secrets. And the seasoning on the brisket is just perfect. He told me it's just salt, pepper, and garlic, so there's no crutch. The meat is doing all of the heavy lifting. So what you're really tasting is just the work that went into it. This might be the best barbecue I've ever had here. It's fascinating to me that this kind of thing exists here, and there are so many people who just don't know about it. The story about this place for the longest time has been that we are dominated by chains, and I guess that's still true, but there is so much more going on in the culinary world here than that, and it's all coming from these trucks. And right now we are catching the adolescence, if not the infancy, of everything changing. And it's all coming from people who genuinely care about what they're doing. These two have dedicated their lives to this thing, to this truck and this smoke and this food. And it's not just a job, it's who they are.
Yeah, we go the hard way, the long way. We don't take the shortcut because the shortcut doesn't benefit you as much. Put in the effort, put in the time, accomplish it the hard way, because in the end, it's more rewarding. Because you worked for it, you've earned it, and that's the way we are with our business. I don't want to just have your business because it's convenient. I want to earn it. I want to earn it. I want you to like my food because you can tell we put our passion and our heart into it. We're hoping that we can continue the tradition with my daughter eventually taking over the business, maybe even my granddaughter one day, my grandson. Who knows how far we'll take it, but we're willing to work for every bit of it.